YouTube, my name's Ty, and today we're going to do a quick wrap up to the multi-item sorter build that we've been working on these last few episodes. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that I do have an item type separator here built on the front of the system, and if you want to fully automate your system, you'll need one like this too. All you need to do is build a little hopper chain right here, leading up to a double chest. In this hopper here, right up against the chest, you need your filter items, same as any of the other filter hoppers in the system. And then you'll need to build the circuitry just like I have here. This is fairly straightforward. There are only a couple layers, so I'm hoping that you can replicate this just from sight. This is a simple pulse extender here, just to delay the signal long enough to allow items to flow through while the sorting circuit is active. And the rest of this is just a system for detecting when there are items in that filter hopper, and a system for detecting when there are matching items coming out of the chest. You will need this repeater on 4 ticks, but otherwise this system is fairly straightforward to build. Just remember there is a torch down here, and otherwise you should be able to copy this by sight. There is one important piece to the system that I do want to highlight before you try putting it into active use in your worlds, and that is that this piece of redstone over here must always be off before the system is engaged. So you might notice sometimes that when you're filling up your chest with items to be sorted, that redstone is going to be on afterwards. That means that this hopper here is not locked, and any items passing over will be put into this chest. So to fix that, what we want to do is just pick up any one of these items and very quickly place it back so fast that the observer only has time to emit one pulse, like this. And now the redstone is off, the system is ready to use. Just check this anytime you load any new items into your chests up here. All right, so let's do a little sample run here. I'm just going to throw all 32 of these powered rails into the system, and they should start coming out through here as soon as the pulse extender circuit goes off. There we go. And they're entering the chest now. And we can see that while those are going through, this comparator is turned off, meaning that one powered rail was returned to the selector chest. And you'll note that this is now empty. We have all 32 of our powered rails down here. And we can actually do this with as many items as we want. So I'm just going to throw everything I've got in this chest right here, and it will deal with it. The only caveat that you need to be careful of is not to place any of your filter items in there. That was almost a terrible mistake on my part. You will want to also make sure that you don't place any non-stackable items in there either. So non-stackables and your filter item must remain out of your double chest. They either need to be filtered out in advance in your item system, or you need to make sure that your filter items are named such that you will never have any items of that type being put into your system. And you can rename items at an anvil with name tags. Now if we take a look here, we will notice that items have started coming through. There are some redstone torches. It looks like the armor stands are coming through next. They will go all the way through the system because we're not sorting for them. And here they come now. And we'll notice that down here, all our chests remain empty of armor stands. Our next item is being sorted now. It is redstone repeaters. So we'll just take a look at which selector chest has the redstone repeaters. Oop, there we go.
Editor Ty here. The sorter was faster than I was, so the repeater had already been selected. I just had to wait for it to come back around. I didn't realize that in the moment though, so here's a quick time lapse of me panicking before I figured it out.
Redstone repeaters are right here. And so we find that they're all coming down right here. One last thing you might notice, I do have 2 observers in slightly different positions. Either position is fine, whichever one works for you. Depending on your build, you might want to have a walkway here or down here to get through to do maintenance as required. I hope this build has been useful for you. I'm going to be placing this into my SMP base at some point in the near future, and probably turn that into one solid tutorial for this build. If you want to stick around for that or any of the other devices that I'll be building in the near future, stay tuned to my channel. I've got all sorts of cool things coming, like this fully automated furnace system that I'm putting the finishing touches on, and some other very cool surprises to follow. So if you're interested in redstone builds and interesting base design ideas, subscribe and join me in the coming weeks for more Tiecraft. Thanks! See you next time!